The chair recognizes the ranking member of the full committee, Ms. DeLauro, for 5 minutes.
Thank you so much, Madam Chair. I just would like to follow up for 1 second with my colleague. This is the Appropriations Committee. We deal in amounts of money. A program, what is the amount? What's it going to do? How is it going to accomplish that? So far, we can't seem to get any information about budget detail, about what it is that you all are doing. It's a lot of great words, but what are dollars and cents? So I think you just have to keep in mind that we appropriate money based on needs and what the programs are, and then we make a decision as to whether or not we ought to be doing that or not. So please, get us information on the plan, the dollar amount, what you plan to do. Listen, your budget request, quite honestly, unleashes a catastrophe of evictions, homelessness, at an unbelievable scale. 750,000 of Americans experience homelessness on any given night. Cost of housing is out of control. Middle-class families, working families are being suffocated. Folks in this country today work paycheck to paycheck. One emergency or layoff from financial ruin, yet your budget eliminates critical lifelines that help to keep a roof over most people's heads in this nation. Let me just say, with regard to a question here, we have Ansonia, Connecticut, which I represent. Housing Authority is smaller, public housing authority. They want to expand programs, services, especially for seniors. Residents have lived in this Naugatuck Valley their whole lives. They don't have income to sustain their homes, but they lack affordable housing options. Based on recent national data, it's becoming clear that homelessness among seniors is rising. Some experts expect the trend will continue. People over age 50 used to make up 10% of the homeless population. Now it's close to half. A particularly vulnerable population with its own set of challenges. Over 2 million seniors rely on federal rental assistance to age in place. You are cutting HUD rental assistance by 43%. You propose to eliminate dedicated Section 202 housing for the elderly program, pushing more responsibility to states. Everyone on this committee knows the states don't have the wherewithal to be able to do this. There's no assessment of whether or not they have the capacity to manage. You propose completely upending homelessness programs. You shifting to short and medium-term assistance with no funding for the type of permanent supportive housing that chronically homeless people with age-related infirmities need to achieve. We have a program in my district in Connecticut. It's a senior housing program called the Towers, and you have frozen their grant and not giving them the opportunity to deal with critical renovations to a 55-year-old building. Given housing affordability, homelessness crisis facing our seniors who already live on a fixed income, how are you justifying eliminating dedicated programs that support housing developments with on-site supportive services tailored to seniors' needs?
Yes, ma'am, Madam DeLauro. It's so great to meet you, ma'am. And as I said in my opening statement, with this new budget proposal under the president's leadership, this will help us to more effectively serve the most vulnerable.
How?
Effectively serve elderly and disabled.
Answer my question.
Yes,
how?
ma'am.
What is the way in which you are going to deal and justify eliminating dedicated programs that support on-site supportive services tailored to seniors' needs? How are you doing that?
Working with the states, ma'am. And when I say working with the states, if I may, states understand their unique needs as it pertains to the elderly, as it pertains
to the program
to the disabled,
that will address that? What is the amount of money that is going to be required to do this? What portion of it will be federal? What portion will be state? What is the program?
Well, as you said, ma'am, you all are appropriators. You control the purse strings. My job is to maximize the budget that you do give me. And with maximize this budget, we will work with the states to identify, if you will, ma'am,
You
where
can't
those
have a
needs
budget,
are.
with all due respect, you cannot have a
Thank you, ma'am.
budget that doesn't have any numbers, that doesn't have any programmatic direction,
Ma'am, you
that
have the
doesn't
budget
tell
in
us
front
what
of
we're
you.
doing. but what is the specific program on seniors? What are you doing? You're eliminating elderly housing, Section 202, which has been in place for years. I worked for a city many years ago, and it was Section 202 in which we worked with providers to do this. You know, my time has run out, but zero programmatic information, zero details on the budget.
Ma'am, status
Ranking
quo
member.
is
I would
done.
like to ask unanimous
We'll do it
consent
a
to put
different
my
way.
opening statement into the record because I couldn't be here for
Without
these.
objection.
Thank you.